podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.
And you are finding us right here, right now. We are online because, well, you can't find us offline. I suppose you could download us. Yes, download us, put us in your pocket, and listen to us offline too. But we are here from the shed. We're going to continue with another session of our World of Darkness game. I am Joe. I am playing Jonesy Joneson, the Hawaiian shirt-wearing boy with a heart of gold. Over to you, Mr. Z.
Yeah, I'm Zeb. I'm playing Crawford Barlett, the cowboy hat, soup drinking, Rick Moranis looking like character. And I'll push it down to the bottom left.
Mr. R.
Hi guys, it's Randy, and I play the ever so strange I sick, you sick, we all sick. And speaking of sick, Joe is a little under the weather.
Allergies got my voice going. But we'll kick it over to the mellifluous sounds of Eli.
Mellifluous? What does that mean? Somebody look that up. Is he insulting me?
It's a good thing.
I'm choosing to believe you. Also, did you say that your character drinks cowboy hat soup?
Cowboy
That's-
hat soup drinking.
That's what it sounded
I like it. Cowboy hat soup drinker.
Welcome everybody. My name is Eli. I'm going to be our storyteller for this World of Darkness game. I did not figure out who I wanted it to do it beforehand, so somebody give me a recap. I see a nice person with allergies pointing off to somebody else. So, Zeb, why don't you go ahead and give me the
Okay, fine.
Hey Joe, did you say maleficence? Because that is the act of committing harm. Oh, okay.
Mellifluous. Look that one up, Randy.
So last time, what did we do last time? We kind of bounced around a little bit. Isaac heard back from our
Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky, our contact with, I assume, the underworld, and he got us some information to head over to the old Burger Monarch, where Isaac and Crawford tried accosting a 15-year-old cashier over there, who felt very uncomfortable, and her boss stepped in and shooed us out of the restaurant. Trying to get some information on where, and I got to remember his name again. Wait, I've got Crawford's journal. Victor Cruz. We're looking for Victor Cruz.
Victor Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Mexican Tom Cruise. From there, once we left, that girl gave us a scrabbled on piece of napkin.
Angela,
yeah. Angela gave us a scribbled on piece of napkin with soup stains all over it, and this was going to be our next big clue for to look for Victor Cruz. It had something to do with a storage unit, and that he was going to break into it. And Crawford immediately lost the note to the wind, and it flew into the sewers below. So we that well dried up. And at that point, we split up with Jonesy Joneson and Crawford, sniffing around the rest of town, looking for any kind of supernatural occurrences. The only thing we really picked up was a weird vibe at the pier.
It was a vibe, but a different vibe from the church.
Different vibe from the church, and from what we've heard around town, that there's been reportings of a Kelpie type monster floating around over there somewhere near the pier. Isaac split off, and I can't remember exactly what he did, so I'll let him explain what he did while we were doing our other thing.
I believe Isaac went back to the hotel to give Ricky get Ricky's number, and was asking around about what I forget how that exactly went, but I ended up getting the information that the girl who that Tom Cruise was planning the break-in with was named Nika, and she was working at the grill at Wheels. What was it? What's that place called?
I don't remember.
I wrote
Yeah.
down Girl at Wheels. Okay. Oh, it's called Wheels. That's right.
It's called.
Okay, it's at Wheels.
It's a
Okay.
bar named Wheels.
So I went to catch it back up with you guys, and I ran into a ammo shop telling you guys it's going to be about 5 minutes longer than it would be for me to meet up with you at Wheels. And I bought you some body armor and gave it to you.
Yep. And that's pretty much where the session ended. But one of the big things that we learned during that was, and what we've kind of been leaning towards this whole time, is the townsfolk are not very welcoming to anyone that is an obvious outsider to their town. Everybody's being very standoffish and dismissive of us, and we're trying. We need to try and be a little bit more discreet as we move through the town. That was kind of what we figured out.
Yeah, I think we tried, really, because like I joked with Angela, like, so it's heard Tom Cruise comes in here or something like that, and then she just like acted like she had no idea what I was talking about, and then I tried to like talk to her and socially flubbed and was like, all right, the manager's looking at me, I'm gonna go sit back down. You're like, don't worry, partner, I got this.
Yeah, and then I also immediately failed all of my rolls. So I tried lying to that lady's face, did not work out. So
TPK'd by a 15-year-old waitress.
No, we were told to never go back to Burger Monarch.
Sorry,
Burger
Eli,
Monarch
bad timing.
ever again. Eli's dying.
Soda, damn it.
A little bit of carbonation to clear the sinuses, maybe, or to clog them up horribly. Yeah, Eli's still choking. Apologies, folks. Yeah, I think that's kind of where we had left off. We were about to get our asses kicked at a biker bar.
Yep, pretty
Yeah,
much.
It's yeah. So that is all accurate information.
That we are about to get our asses kicked at a biker
Well,
bar.
okay, that's
The
an
rest of the
assumption.
recap was horrible, though.
That is an assumption. That's a nice recap. All of the important information was covered, so we can go ahead and before moving into the bar, I would like to actually go over all of the information you have regarding Victor Cruz and his assignment up to this point. Since we had Zeb give the actual recap, Randy, can you catch us up to speed on the Victor Cruz situation? Will you actually know about what he's gotten himself up to, and how do you know these things?
So we're told on our mission briefing at the very start that Victor Cruz went to Cupana Nuevo, Texas. We don't exactly know what he was looking for, but all we were told is all of his media and everything went dark at the same time, because I listened to the episode today. And so his body was found near the outside of the People's Mission Bridge of the Fellowship Harvest Church of the Valleys. I also wrote down Father Martin Forrester, near the statue of St. Andrew. But I don't remember, did it get recovered or did it just vanish? The body, I don't really remember. But what we did find out during his process here is that he looked like he was trying to break into a storage structure with this girl named Nika. And he ate at the Burger Monarch. And I don't exactly, he enjoyed soup there, which they don't even sell. So I wonder how that went down. But that is pretty much all the information I've gathered or remember hearing thus far. He didn't quite make it to his breaking in.
Okay. So the body was never recovered. You're not looking for Victor Cruz's cause of death. You are looking for Victor Cruz. He is a missing person.
It was the watch that we found.
I thought somebody said there was a body, but maybe I misheard that.
It's all good.
No bodies have been found up to this point, and no bodies have been made. All right. Does anybody have anything to add to that in regards to Victor? Yes, no, speak now or forever hold your peace.
So, unless Eli, you know our character's genesis as much as we do, would any of us have known anything else about Victor? Because you had said before he was a platonic coworker. Like, we don't really know the guy.
Yeah, we were also like 2 grades down from him originally for like the first year or two before we moved on to rank D, and he's a C, so we probably didn't cross paths too much, unless
Yeah.
Crawford got his coffee or something.
Victor Cruz was a name that you all knew of, but you didn't really interact with. Him being a higher rank than you, you were just never informed of any assignments that he had. It just wasn't important enough for you to know.
But there's no like background information of everyone around the office knows that if Victor disappears, you'll find him at a biker bar in the corner. Right. There's nothing, no like things like that we would know as characters, not as the players, but the characters.
Nothing like that. But he does have a preferred donut type. It's a mocha caramel frosted donut.
Ooh.
So anytime somebody brings one of those to the office, he's the first one to grab one.
Nice. Sounds really good, actually.
It is really good. It's my favorite donut type.
I guess if I was going to interject one other piece of knowledge that we did find out about the town sort of pertaining to Victor Cruz is that upon further inspection of the statue, I was transported to another realm of black and white darkness that I was immediately teleported out of when I re-entered the church.
A significant piece of information, but not something you can confirm is related to Victor's disappearance.
Right. Really, the only thing we know is that I went there, and that was also near where we found his watch.
Yep. It's what is it? There's definitely a correlation. There's probably not causation.
Yeah. And if nothing else, it's at least a coincidence.
Yep. All right. The final thing to touch on before heading into Wheels is Joe. Thank you for the compliment. We looked up what mellifluous meant. Thank you.
Nice. You're welcome.
So the three of you stand outside of Wheels. It is a bit of a grungy biker bar. You do see several motorcycles parked out front. Counting them up, it's 4 exactly. A couple of run-down cars and one suspicious van. You know the type. No windows in the back. It's got the like split down the middle doors.
The free candy sign on it.
It doesn't have a free candy sign on it.
Okay, that's good.
Did you see that one? It does also have like the sliding side door.
Okay.
Outside
it's either a work van or a van of nefarious means.
Yes.
Yeah.
Possibly both.
Possibly both. It can double shift. Yeah.
It works. During the day, it works with a contractor. It works with a construction contract, but the moonlights as a.
It hangs out at the biker bar where all the nasty vans go.
Yeah. Standing outside of the bar, next to an ashtray, is a woman who kind of glances at you but dismisses you almost immediately. She seems rather uninterested in the three of you. There is a custom-made neon sign buzzing just over the door, Wheels in an exaggerated font. There is a tire as well in front of the W, but the tire portion seems to be out at the moment.
I still think it should have had a Z instead of an S.
What? Did either of y'all understand that?
Instead of the S.
Yeah, Z instead of S. He said
Okay.
Z. Like
I said Z like British.
And I don't know if it was part of what you were thinking or not, but the way you described that and the way you did the hand motion of the Wheels logo, I immediately thought Hot Wheels without the hot in front of it, because it has the swirl and then like the Mattel logo looks like a tire sometimes.
Turns out it's actually
legally distinct.
They're legally not the same.
It actually is a Hot Wheels sign. They just popped out the hot.
They just put a wheel in front of it.
No, it's disconnected. We're gonna find it inside with the hot and food written next to it.
You
They
can
just wrote
see
cold drinks next to it.
you can see all the tubes for the word hot underneath the tubes for the wheel.
Nice.
Anyways, there are no windows on this bar. It has looks to be painted wood paneling all over the outside with an aluminum skirt.
So 2 guys walk into a bar. 1 guy ducks.
The third guy ducks.
Yes. Then he waddled away.
Okay. Entering the bar. Who's going in first?
Well, I've got the body armor on, so I'll walk in first.
I'll take the bullet.
I got a fresh Hawaiian shirt on. Won't stop a thing. Except conversation.
And I got a turtleneck on going into a biker bar. This should go well.
Stepping inside, you see what is very clearly the motorcycle club at one portion of the bar. One of them is practicing his pool techniques, his billiards. The other 3 are having a conversation at a nearby table, laughing, joking about, being a little louder than they probably should be. You see 3 other groups just scattered about. At the bar itself, you see 3 patrons sipping their drinks. 2 of them are talking to each other. The bartender is a large, muscular man. He's wearing a sleeveless t-shirt with the bar logo on the front. Cleaning a glass, as all bartenders seem to be for some inexplicable reason. At any time,
rag.
yeah, every time you
Busy
look
work.
at them, they are cleaning
Yeah.
a glass, probably the same glass. You know that they're working, and you know that they're doing stuff in the corner of your eye, but every time you look at them directly, it's always cleaning the glass. Every so often, he'll make some sort of remark in the conversation that the 2 bar patrons are having. Neither looks to appreciate it.
Does Crawford just stand in the doorway, or does he just kind of like?
Well, I was gonna say the bartender. I would approach the bartender, but away from the 2 that are at the bar. So,
Okay.
like, the side of the bar.
Looks you up and down, kind of raises one eyebrow.
Hey, fella, how is the kitchen open?
Got beer and liquor.
Well, I guess it's no soup for me tonight. How about a shot of
Shock.
how about a shot of running jackrabbit?
We got beer and liquor.
Well, then I'll take one of your finest liquors.
All right.
Give me a liquor.
Ask him if they have a club soda.
How loudly does Isaac say this?
Yeah, that was just a joke. I didn't actually say it. I'll take 1 apple martini, please.
Make the bartender make you a white Russian, and he'll hate you forever.
Tell him you need it virgin though.
Just actually ask for an apple martini.
He probably heard the whole beer and liquor thing. So, 1 adios, motherfucker. Check out, please.
Oh, you want that to go?
Well, it does have adios right in the name.
I was going to stand outside with it.
He pours Crawford his shot. Gives Isaac his adios, motherfucker.
All right, yeah. We're just a couple of drifters coming to do some business. We're looking for a girl by the name of, what was her name again, Isaac?
Nika.
We're looking for somebody going by the name of Nika.
I'm like halfway across the bar yelling, Nika.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to chill outside. What do you want from me?
Actually, though?
He was going to go head outside and chill for a minute.
Okay.
Because Zeb's character Crawford is the more smooth talker, he assumes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we'd all hope.
Isaac shouts this back as he heads towards the front.
He's also hoping Jonesy gets a vibe of something from here.
Where does Isaac keep his pistol again?
Well, he said it had a gun that would fit in like a pocket, but I always imagine it like in his waistband in the back, tucked in like with his shirt,
Okay.
or his shirt's just over it. This is like a disgustingly wool turtleneck. So
we're in the heart of Texas, and you wore a wool turtleneck.
that are my lab coats. You got to keep folding those, honey.
We're on the Gulf Coast too.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
so
really.
we're all humid and it's all salt water. Like,
Sorry, we haven't gone shopping.
now we don't have the funds,
Isaac needs a permanent -1 for being constantly itchy.
right? He's always at 1 bashing damage.
Oh, my screen went dark
Yeah.
for a second. What was that? That was weird.
Bartender looks back to you, Crawford, and there's a guy like you know Nika.
Why is this blinking?
Well, we've done some work with some other associates. One of them by the name of, oh God, what was his name?
Is this your first drink tonight, bud?
Yeah, but I've been walking a lot. I'm pretty dehydrated.
My monitor's acting funny, guys. Hang on a little bit. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm gonna shut it off and turn it back on.
That's what I pictured there, Eli. Wheels.
For our audio listeners, Joe has put on screen the Hot Wheels logo with a tire superimposed onto the front half of the logo.
Oh, yeah.
However, you can still see the word Mattel.
Of course,
The
yeah.
The biker bar didn't know what Mattel was. They just let
No idea. That's actually the guy's last name. The one who wipes all the glasses out. His last name is Mattel. So.
Mr. Bartender Mattel.
Yeah, it's everybody calls it Wheels Mattel over there. That's what they call him.
Well, the whole time you thought it was Maddle. Thought that was my last name.
Can someone help me? What was Isaac's friend's name? I already forgot.
It's Ricky, but I told him I would not mention it to anybody. But I guess I didn't say that to you guys.
Oh boy!
You've
The guy
also
with the dogs.
left the scene, so you can't tell him.
That's true.
Well, it was some guy. I can't remember his name. One of my friends met in the county jail.
Was that your friend over there?
It
Just
tastes like
walked out?
crap.
Yeah, the guy in the turtleneck that asked for the
No
audio.
refunds.
Yeah, you can say no refunds.
Said y'all are drifters. He's already made it out to county. The hell are you all getting up to?
If I'm being honest, man, this has not been the most hospitable town. I feel like just one wrong word, and then before you know it, the cops are chasing us down the street.
No, it's definitely like that. It's a real born here, die here kind of place.
Okay, I just want to say that got better the more I drank it. So, what's
Hey,
that?
I'm going to ask the bartender. Are you from here?
Yep. Was born here 32 years ago. I'm definitely gonna die here. With any luck, I'll be right here behind this bar.
Well then.
Well, that's very admirable, sir. It's always nice to stay around what's familiar to you. But can we get back to the situation at hand? I'm looking for Nika, and it is a little time sensitive.
Oh, did you ask him about Nika?
Yeah, I'm talking about it right now.
Isaac's uncomfortably close to you right now.
I don't know, man.
What did he say?
He's
Gonna help us find our friend?
He's clearly very apprehensive about putting you into contact with Nika. Clearly, he does know her, but he doesn't feel like there's really anything in this for him, or he doesn't see a way that people really benefit from it. So why don't you go ahead and give me a manipulation socialize?
Yay, rolling time.
Man, we just want to talk, man.
Or a manipulation empathy.
I'll do empathy. They're both 2 dice and manipulation's 1. Here we go. Oh, I got 1 success.
You might want to roll at 10.
Do I really do that?
looking at the math of the system, that 10 did already re-roll, and that's why he has.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so
you
so I
got
got a 10
one
today.
success.
Yeah, one success.
The you tell him you come clean, kind of. Tell him that you're looking for a friend of yours, and Nika was the last person that saw him alive. So with any luck, she'll be able to point you in the right direction of how to find him, where he went. He doesn't seem to distrust you. And you did
Man, you'll learn to trust us.
and you did come in here and bought stuff first.
Yep. I figured that would probably be a good idea.
Tell you what, I'll go see if she's available right now.
I mighty appreciate that, man. Here, how about pour a shot for yourself? And I'll give him a little bit extra money.
He just pockets it.
I don't drink this
Either way.
swill.
He's like, I ain't touching
This
that.
stuff will kill you. He looks to the singular bar patron, not the one that's not the two having a conversation. Hey Barry, I'm gonna be out for a couple minutes. You need to top up? No. Are you sure? Okay. And he refills his drink.
So, sounds like Barry's my speed. I'm going to go hang out with Barry.
Jonesy, yeah, you can settle up right to Barry.
One of the things that we had talked about was trying to blend in and be more friendly and all. Why don't I hang out with a local bar patron for a few minutes and, just strike up casual conversation? And I don't know if you want to play out. I'm happy to talk as much as I can.
It sounds like he's super drunk too, so he might spill some beans.
Yeah. When he goes over to fill his drink, I'll just sit down while he's filling the drink. Is Barry at the bar or at a table? And just grab a spot near him and, hey, Barry.
Yeah, you would take one of the stools right next to him at the bar.
Yeah.
Crawford,
hey,
did you make
Barry.
your best friend?
I'm Jonesy, man. How you doing?
Hi, Jonesy. And he shakes your hand kind of awkwardly, reaching around himself.
I kind of do the same thing, just to be awkward, like put my hand behind my head or something. And, oh man, it's been really quiet around here lately, huh, man?
I would like for you to give me some sort of socialized role. I'll allow you to dictate which social attribute you're using.
Presence.
And go ahead and increase your dice pool by 1.
All right, so I'm going to click, excuse me, presence, socialize, and when I click this and it's modifier, can I do 1 as a modifier? What does the modifier mean? I haven't done anything here, so I can do 1.
Yeah, put a modifier of 1, and it should add 1 die.
5 successes.
God damn!
Nice.
So out of 7 dice, it was
7 dice and 5 successes. All right,
rats all over again.
And you know what the funniest part is? I already forgot the dude's name. Was it Larry?
Barry.
I swear, I just forgot the guy's damn name.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That rerolled to a 10. That rerolled to an 8. Okay, gosh. So 5 successes. We're starting the night off strong. We had a lot of dramatic failures last session. Let's hope this session we get a lot of dramatic successes.
Whatever beans you have, spill them.
Jonesy, you don't even realize that you don't even realize that you're manipulating this man. You're just having a conversation with him. He's chill. He's got a very low vibe. Just little buzzy, and you got that itch on the back of your neck just a little bit, but you feel like this is the kind of man you can trust.
Cool.
And so you just chat him up, chat him about work, the day, how often he comes in here, what's good, what does the bartender serve, people like you? What does he serve to people like us that he knows he can price gouge us?
Mm-hmm.
Barry makes an offhand comment about your dumbass friend who said your finest liquor, because now he's charging you for top shelf stuff when what he gave you was something that could barely legally be called alcohol.
I think it's that people with cowboy hats will just ask for anything, man.
Don't matter as long as it burns.
But he also tells you that he overheard you guys asking about this woman, Nika. He says that she's big trouble. She gets into a lot of trouble, a lot of fights. Cops are always looking for her. Sometimes she'll just do things that no sane person should ever try to do. Somehow she makes it through it all. She'll come in here laughing up a storm about the last thing she just did.
Sounds like a hoot. Is she a local or is she like visiting or what, man?
No, yeah, she lives here. I don't know where, and I don't want to know. I just want her to leave me alone whenever she gets here. And if she is gonna come in, then mind your manners. She's very quick to anger.
Oh man, angry people make me upset.
Is there anything she likes? Try and get that out of him.
Yeah, like man, when she comes in, like, does she have like, a favorite drink or something to, kind of put her at ease? Or, I mean, some of that top shelf stuff.
He tells you about a beer that she usually gets that's pretty much always available if the bartender tries to keep at least a 6-pack on hand, just because she'll come in demanding it.
And it sounds like she's a Karen. So she's gonna, if they don't have that beer, then she's going to the manager. Someone's going to lose their job.
Yes, their job. And that's all.
All right. I feel like I want to take full advantage of 5 successes, and I don't know if you've given me 5 successes worth of stuff yet. You could answer that, I'm sure, but I don't know.
I mean, if you got something you want to try for, put it out there.
Well, I mean, I would, especially because I feel like I've developed a rapport with Barry Larry. I don't know the guy's name, but yeah, I have a rapport with this nameless fella. I would ask him kind of like behind the hand thing so that other people aren't hearing. If he knows anything about this guy, Victor, that kind of showed up a few weeks ago and then disappeared. And I give the description of, the Latino Tom Cruise kind of whatever, all of the little bits that we've been throwing here or there that might help identify the guy.
He's a little confused at first, but then you see kind of like a light bulb moment in his head. Do you mean that guy that was hanging around with Nika a lot? Like 3-4 weeks ago?
And I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm going along with it. Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah. I'm sure that was him.
Cruz went missing 2 weeks ago.
Good enough. Yeah.
So yeah, it's around that time, probably. Yeah, I remember they'd come in here. Guy was always real quiet. Like he wouldn't talk about nothing. She'd be yelling, asking questions, trying to make jokes. And like they talked a lot. But I could never hear what the guy was saying. It's like he didn't want anybody to hear.
Yeah, I think he was kind of a quiet guy. We just need to find him because like his family's looking for him, man.
Oh yeah. God, if he went missing, it's kind of what he gets. Hanging around with her. Look, do
you know where she, and I kind of do this with a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge of like, do you know where she buries the bodies, man?
If I did, I'd be with him.
All right.
That's about all that you can get out of him for.
I feel like solid confirmation that Mika's the right path now.
That's all the information that you can get out of him regarding your current situation, but you do have a pleasant conversation. Otherwise, he's had aspirations to be a jazz musician. That fell through, and he became a carpenter.
Nice.
He still noodles on the saxophone every so often, but his hands are for woodworking, not brass bumping.
So I feel like I'd have at least a couple of tidbits about the town now that I could throw out here or there to my advantage. Getting stuff from the local Larry, whatever, Barry, Fred, whatever the guy's name is.
You were saying, Zeb, before you were interrupted 4 times?
No, it's okay. It's okay. It was a dumb joke anyway. It was just he said that he was a failed jazz musician turned carpenter, and I was going to say I heard Jesus Christ went through the same thing.
Not very good at jazz. He could only play in like 4/4 time. It was horrible. He was a good rock player. So
of course Jesus wasn't good at jazz. They didn't have the same instruments back then. No. How are you supposed to have a sax solo if you don't have a sax?
And how do you find several other people on your level to play with?
I mean, plus the saxophone was a little too holy.
Oh God! Don't let me forget that joke. Come XP time. That was good.
Yep.
Anyways, but yeah. Is Isaac going to be doing anything before the bartender returns?
He was just like mouth breathing on Crawford the whole time. Like, you gotta try this. Oh my God. It was terrible at first, and then halfway it was the best thing I ever had in my life. So what's your family life like, Crawford?
It's all right.
You can't see them much the last couple of years.
How's your family life, Crawford? Do you have access to rank B files? No? It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We keep in touch. That's all I can say.
You want to break into the Class A drawers when we get back? They should tell us these things before we come out here.
I think I'm gonna need one of whatever you had before.
Well, this
Virgin Shirley Temple.
Adios. I forget it already.
The adios motherfucker. Apparently it's a mix of like 4 different alcohols or something like that.
Yeah. It's like a Long Island iced tea, but
this dude basically
but it's their mean cousin.
All right.
And we're just waiting, right, for
you're waiting for the bartender to come back, and so he does return. He returns from a door in the back. You know that's where he's coming from, because in a side room, in a back room where you can't see but you can hear, a door slams open and you hear somebody yelling, "Who the hell is calling for my name? Do they have any idea what fucking time it is?"
Crawford, or I'm Crawford.
Crawford,
Isaac, you ready?
All right, let's go. What are we doing?
Just get to work.
We're ordering another drink.
Just keep your hand on that blaster.
Turn to page 154 of the Holy Book. That is the combat summary.
The door separating the main area from the back room also slams open, and an athletic-looking woman dressed in jeans, a light windbreaker, with her hair done in a braid, comes storming through and immediately heads over to the bikers. "Is it one of you assholes? Are you trying to fuck with me tonight? I already told you I don't want any of your shit today." All 4 of them are like, "What the fuck? No.
I think you're looking for us, lady.
We're just having a drink."
Excuse me, ma'am. I think I was the one that was looking for you.
I think.
I say that, and her head whips around to look at you before
I've
her
got
body
an extra beer. I've got an extra beer
follows
already.
through. You have an extra beer already?
Yeah, I got an extra beer for her already.
So you took
behind the counter.
you took one from behind the counter?
Yeah, I left money on the table, but
She storms over. And who the hell are you?
Hey, ma'am, I'm Crawford Barlett, and we kind of blew into town, and we're just looking for any information you might have on our friend Victor Cruz.
You may not have gone
As
by that
soon
name.
as you say the name, all of the blood in her face from the screaming and the being angrier than a bat out of hell drains. Who the fuck told you that name?
We work for the same company.
Yes, cryptozoologist.
Take it easy, Isaac. Because I don't know what Victor's told her, but that should be enough information if he has told her something.
She almost faster than you can blink reaches for your throat, grabs you by the shirt collar, pulls you forward. Fuck you mean work for the same company?
We are from a different department, and we were sent here to come find Victor to see if he's okay. All we want to do is take him home.
When she grabs him by the collar and pulls him close, I'm gonna elbow Teddy Barry, that guy, and say, "Bet
Teddy
you
Barry.
I would say, bet you $10 they kiss, man."
You're on.
I'll try and sneak in an Eskimo kiss if it comes.
I'm gonna get $10 out of this.
She's clearly thrown off. She's not quite sure what to make of you. She lets you go.
I will
almost
say,
like throws you back into your stool.
Yeah, I will
You
say I'm
realize-
like trying to keep my composure the best I can, like straight faced. I'm not showing no fear.
Poker face.
She
Wow, she threw you
Like-
kind of hard.
kind of throws you back into your stool, and you realize that she's actually a lot stronger than she looks. You've seen people of all builds. Like, you've got a pretty decent gauge of what somebody can do, based on how they look. And there's something off about her. Jonesy, as this happens, that itch on the back of your neck grows in intensity.
Oh man,
It feels like ants are biting you.
and it's definitely her aura, I would guess.
She absolutely brought in her aura, and
Yeah.
it's probably having a bit of difficulty in a space this small. She's very much large and in charge, spiritually speaking.
I'm gonna give a little catch you soon to Barry and kind of nonchalantly walk in that direction, but not directly at her, just to feel if it intensifies.
Look, we didn't mean to cause you any trouble. We're just trying to find some answers. Thought maybe you could help.
She looks up at you, Isaac, and she starts to open her mouth, but immediately whips around and looks at you, Jonesy.
I deliberately do not make eye contact.
It's like your eyes are closed and you're doing the thing.
I'm like, my eyes are just kind of wandering around, like I know she's looking at me, and I'm deliberately not looking at her. And I have a half-assed smile on my face. Just kind of wandering, like I'm lost in the middle of the bar.
In the middle of the bar, I'll be walking.
She looks between all three of you, seems to gather herself a bit, says, "Outside now," and begins walking that way.
No,
The other-
walk that way.
You heard
as
your
well.
lady. Let's go outside.
I'm gonna
I start walking by the counter drunk.
I'm going to follow her, and I'm going to motion our order that should be me first, then Randy, or then Isaac, then Jonesy. That we
Okay.
follow.
Thank you for giving me marching order. As you all are preparing to leave, there's a moment of silence between her exiting the bar and you all gathering yourselves to face this foe. The entire bar has gone quiet and is looking at you. You look back at the bar,
Tip my cowboy.
and you see the bartender cleaning that glass. Oh, I think I fucked up.
He's cleaning a glass, and then a guy behind him is making coffins.
Dressed like an old timey Western undertaker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a black coat, the
really
top hat.
Wooden coffins.
Can't even really call them coffins. It's just a pine box.
Pine box, exactly.
All right. Everybody goes outside to meet up with her.
You could call her out here. It might see you.
You see her leaning against one of the vehicles parked outside. She motions for you to come over to her.
So we walk over.
Yeah,
I will not be the first one in line.
I'll head over. I got the body armor on.
She gives me the creeps, but I'm definitely intrigued. So
Isaac walks sideways a few steps, then he walks forward.
I do look back at Jonesy to get to see if he's like, nodding like something.
oh yeah. The hands itching the neck and yeah,
Slowly step forward. I'd imagine I'm closest and everyone else is within earshot, but a little bit further back. If
I
everybody's
would only be like 2 steps off. I want to be in range of interacting with her, but not physically.
Yeah. Everybody's within a couple yards of each other.
Cool.
It's all fine. Getting out here, as you approach her, Jonesy, the feeling dissipates slightly. It's still there. You still feel like you're kind of like you're being pushed,
Okay.
but it's not as heavy as it was in the bar. She's looking up at the night sky, seemingly looking for stars in between the clouds. Once you all get within a few steps of her, she asks, "All right, what are your names and how do you know Victor?"
I'll be honest. I'm Crawford, Barlett. We work in the same company, and we were tasked to come out here to find Victor Cruz. We don't have much to go on. I have to say that this has been the most unfriendly town I've ever been, ever come to. And we really are just looking for our friend, trying to find whatever clues we can so that we can get out of here.
And get a decent soup.
And I want some fucking soup.
He really wants that soup.
And she looks then to Isaac.
Name's Isaac. You sick? We all sick. And I think I'm about to be sick. Excuse me a moment. He just turns around, walks like 2 feet, and throws up. That's a lot of mixed alcohol. All right. I think I'm better now. Sorry.
Him sick.
It's true, though.
He lived up to his namesake.
What's that? Where's my... Oh, there it is. Pull out my ID thing. It's just like, it's real name, family name, German.
I can only imagine that she's like looking at him with like one raised eyebrow.
Okay.
You don't have any gum? My mouth tastes awful.
She looks to Jonesy.
You kind of scare me, ma'am. That's all.
Name, sir.
That's all, man.
Okay.
We're just looking for Victor. I'm like afraid to give her my name because I think she could do something evil with it.
It's like when she knows, like it's like
I got the bad vibe. Yeah, exactly. When she knows my name, if she has like a lock of my hair and she knows my name, I'm dead.
She's when you refuse to give her your name, she her expression tightens, and that pressure that you were feeling increases. You've got the feeling of ants on your neck again.
And I turn around and I look at him with wide eyes, like,
who are you? And
I
how
can't
do you
remember
know
if I came up with a fake name or not. Did Fred Johnson? Whatever my fake ID says is what I'll tell her. Well, actually, if I got Jonesy Johnson, it would be Fred Fredrickson.
Okay.
Fred Rick Fredrickson.
Fredward Richard Fredrickson.
The fourth. Because it's another F.
Doctor.
What's this company you're talking about?
Park Ranger Service.
I'm gonna take a deep breath, and I kind of look back at both of you guys for guidance on like how truthful I should be here.
It's a special organization, and we can't talk too thoroughly about it, or else we may end up dying. And well, yeah.
Well, I guess Isaac told her everything. Told her about as much as we know about the company.
12.
We're just a couple of J students,
12.
that's all. Looking for our C.
She doesn't seem to believe you.
She doesn't believe the truth, brother.
I'm gonna tell her, look, if we told you where we came from, we'd all end up in a much worse place than we are right now. Which is a very protective, very secretive organization, and all we're looking for is a little bit of help. I mean, everybody I've talked to in this fucking town has been so standoffish and rude. I just want a little bit of help to find Victor Cruz.
Victor clearly trusted you. You guys were gonna like pull a heist or something, and so obviously you could get along with him. What did he tell you he was doing here?
Heist? What do you mean heist? You never planned anything like that with me.
It's not what I heard.
Then what did you hear? And who'd you hear it from?
Something about some storage units. We've been casing his movements around town, and we found some information pertaining to some storage units, and it had your name on it. And then we lost the note.
I don't like this.
All kinds of evidence. We just lost it.
I don't like any of this. Nothing about what you're saying. Nothing about what you're saying makes me think that I can trust you.
Is there any way that I can show you that we mean no harm and that you can trust us? Because I'm willing to do it to find our coworker Victor Cruz.
Maybe there's something we can do for you to prove our trust. Do you need help with anything?
If I needed something done, I'd do it myself.
Perfectly understandable. I can tell. You're a very powerful woman. I
But there's got to be something that you couldn't do solo that you could use some help with.
yeah,
I've got my own friends.
We're out on a limb here. You know, we're looking for this man, and we really need to find him. Do we have the busted technology with us, or do we leave it back at the? No, we left it back at the place.
Yep, Joe made it a point last session to make it clear that he would have left it at the motel in whatever state it needed to be in to retrieve the data from it.
Fuck.
I remember that very clearly.
I mean, Jonesy would not carry around busted stuff.
Yeah.
He's more concerned that he fixes the busted stuff. He's not going to carry it around.
Well, then I'll explain to her that while we were looking around town, we found Victor's busted up smartwatch that was issued to him by our company. That we were able to get some data off of it that shows that he is definitely missing. And we really just need to find him, and it doesn't seem like the outcome is going to be all that great.
Now we just need his body for this ritual we're doing. So if you can just tell us where to find him. I would. So Jonesy, very wary of this woman, is like after a minute or so of the conversation, he's going to realize he has backed up like 2 feet and is like slowly inching away while the whole thing's going on.
Like when you're walking with someone and just realize, like, oh fuck, I'm behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it will be obvious to anyone watching that he catches himself moving backwards and kind of stops. Yeah.
What was Victor to you? Just the person that came in, or were there feelings or friendship?
He's a friend. He helped me out of a bind. I tried to help him, and then he went missing.
How did you try to help him? What was he trying to do?
Did you all walk here? You drive here?
We walked.
She reaches into her jacket pocket, pulls out a set of keys. Hop in. I want you to show me that watch.
We just need to go back to the Ironless. We need to go to the Ironless hotel room, and we'll find it. Yeah.
If you yak on my floors, I'm going to drag you to the edge of the curb, kick your teeth in, shoot you in the foot.
You know, a horse tried that once.
What?
A horse tried that once. That's why I talk like this. I got kicked in the face with a horse.
Were you sassing a horse?
Get out of my way.
You walking by my own business and it just kicked me in the face.
She doesn't seem to react to what you're saying. She just gets into the driver's seat, unlocks the rest of the doors.
I hope your floors stay dry for my sake.
I call shotgun.
I sit in the seat farthest from her.
I call head out the window.
Loading into the car, it smells heavily of cigarettes.
And anger. It is
disgusting.
Isaac's stomach turns immediately.
I'm going to be like Isaac's dad in this moment, and I'm just going to give him that look. Like,
I told you to pee home.
Yeah.
Sorry. Please don't have me for a week.
If it smells like cigarettes, then I'm going to pull out my own pack and offer her one, and ask if it's okay if I smoke.
I'll be like menthols.
You ask if it's okay to smoke in here, and she chuckles.
I always want to double check.
Don't try and flatter me. I know you know what it smells like in here. Grabbing a cigarette out of the pack.
Works for me.
She lights it with her anger. It just ignites in her mouth.
No, she pulls out a cigarette lighter from the console of the car.
Cool.
Isaac's going to pull out a specimen bag from his on his pants and just be ready to barf into that thing.
Yeah, just like already has it up to his mouth, just kind of deep breaths.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell her we're off on the old motel on the north side of town near the Burger Monarch.
There by the brewery or the steel
Burger
mill?
That place with a single community iron.
Steel mill.
That
Oh,
one.
I know the one.
You need an iron
Joe,
too?
what was that, Joe? You froze.
I said that place with a single community iron.
And then you said you know the place, and I was like, you need a Yuki iron too?
She drives you all that way, and after
How is
short-
it driving? Is it erratic?
She threw us the
It's-
keys, so then one of you guys drive?
no, she pulled out the keys.
Oh, I thought you said she threw it at one of us. Sorry.
She's not trusting you guys to drive her car.
I was very confused. I'm like, I'm not driving.
After a 15-minute drive, you get to the motel. You pull up. She gets out of the car and waits for you all to guide her to the proper room. She's looking around and she's suspicious of something. She's clearly uncomfortable.
And we're on the ground floor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start heading over to the ground floor, but I'm gonna notice that she's uncomfortable, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, everything good?
Fine. Just show me this watch.
All right, if you say so." And I'll unlock the door, head on over to the MacGyvered watch with chewing gum and all that
Chewing
stuff.
gum, a couple of paper clips, like bent over it, connecting different pieces of the chip.
Half a pacemaker kind of attached to it.
Like a little singing birthday card that's been torn apart.
Yes.
We actually took off one of those singing bass things and attach it to the thing. So.
Every time we turn the watch on,
river.
all the singing stuff turns on too.
Nice.
Whoa!
But because of the way you had to wire it all up, it's the same like 2-second bit of it. That just
Just a loop. It's the row your boat machine.
row.
row.
Just like, what the fuck is this?
I hope you like what I've done with it, man.
I tried to tell him to attach a techno beat to it because it'd make more sense to have a along with it, but
Row.
So
So anyway, yeah, the watch works enough to get this data. See?
yeah, and I would show her the data and point out the warning messages and about the extended workout and the disconnection from user.
look out the window and I just see that they slowly came back and they put the iron on the desk and we can see through the window. In an hour. Give me some time.
She looks over the data and she looks at the timestamps for when they're recorded, and she says the first one, this I don't know, but this is the day he disappeared.
Interesting. And did he say he was going anywhere when he did disappear?
She reaches into her pocket, pulls out her phone, goes into text messages, and shows you. Last thing he told me was that he was going to be going here for lunch. I was busy at the time, so I couldn't join him. That's the last thing that I heard.
Hey, Isaac's gonna like pass out on the couch for a minute while I go check on my kid. Hold on. Be right
Okay.
back.
Isaac goes to one of the unoccupied beds and I'm just gonna lay down here for a minute. I don't feel great.
Hey, Joe, I think you're muted.
That's not a bad Isaac there. That was pretty good, Eli.
Yeah,
I-
the one thing that we didn't say about Isaac is that he snores really, really bad. Yeah.
sounds like Donald Duck.
Yes.
Yes.
Where was the location that she said on the text?
It was from
Taco Bell.
from what you remember of the town map, the place that he said he was getting lunch looks to be just a stereotypical just Mexican restaurant, like places where it's clearly just like low quality. There's a dime a dozen type place. Yeah,
It's the Taco Taco.
yeah.
Most
it's,
boring name ever.
Yeah, sure. We'll call it El Taco Taco.
Taco Taco. The locals call it T squared.
You can't
But,
just get
yeah.
one taco there.
Right.
Yeah, like that's the tagline on their menu.
Yeah.
Can't just have one.
Well, I appreciate this this information, Nika. You believe it or not, you've been much more cooperating than 98% of the town.
The rudest person in town has been the most useful.
Yeah, people here suck.
Can you tell me any more about that? Like, what's up with that? Why is everybody got their dick in a twist?
That's just the way the town is. Everybody just wants to be left alone, go about their business, stay out of trouble.
That's what Capuno Nuevo stands for, twisted dick. I don't know Spanish, mind you.
Clearly.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. It's a small town and everything. I get that, but it feels like
It's much bigger than it used to be. 10
You don't
years ago, this place was a quarter of what it is now.
is there
After
like
this- After the steel mill moved in, the paper mill shortly after, big booms.
is there
I
like
think it was-
an older part of town, like the OG town?
The haunted place.
Yeah,
The docks.
the docks.
That's you'll find some of the oldest buildings there, other than the courthouse.
Well, I appreciate everything that you've done for us today, Nika, but I do have one more question.
What's that?
Can you tell me anything about the church?
Which one?
The church
Of the Valley.
The people.
That's a shorthand, Church of the Valley.
Yeah, but no, I'm going to say the whole thing.
Okay.
Jonesy
Well,
interrupt.
if you want to do the whole thing, that's the PMO TFHCOTV.
Yeah, the People's Mission Bridge of the Fellowship Harvest Church of the Valley.
It's a Tomatfikatva.
The what?
She doesn't know anything about it.
The church?
The church. It's down towards downtown. They got that statue of a saint, Saint Michael or some business like that.
They show film noir if you look at it wrong.
Church of the People Fellowship of the Bridge. The fuck are you talking about?
The Church of the Valley. You don't know anything?
People's
Oh!
Mission Bridge.
Church of the Valley. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I don't like being there.
Did you ever get a weird vibe there? If you
All right,
had,
so I shoot her. No, just kidding.
Jesus Christ, Randy.
Randy's back at the right time.
Yeah.
My family used to go there when we were little. I hated every minute of it. When I met Victor, we went there a couple of times, mostly to piss off the priest. Yeah, he doesn't really like me.
I
He gets a
won't.
wicked smile on her face.
Well, Well, we got something in common there, Nika, because we also pissed off the parish.
Oh, you do that.
And if you don't mind me saying, this is also where we found the watch.
Her expression darkens.
Isaac shoots straight up. I hope your pants are dry. Wait, what happened?
I hope Isaac's pants are still dry.
Keep your pants dry, bud.
Moist like that drink I had earlier.
I'm gonna tell her, like, yep, we found it right outside in the courtyard beside the statue.
Oh, so it's still standing then?
It is still standing. We noticed that it was kind of beat up, and I'm not telling her about my strange experience, but I will say that, and everything felt a little off while we were there.
I hope that those repairs took every nickel they fucking had.
I assume that you sounds like you did some grade A pranks down there.
Oh, it wasn't just me. It was actually Victor's idea. He hated that thing just as much as I did. Said that always felt like it was trying to do something. I never liked the place anyways, so he said, well, why don't we try and break it? He was real weird about it too. Kept wanting to do different things. Like, if it was up to me, I would have just tied a chain to it, driven that thing off the courtyard, dragged it down the street. Fuck it. I'm paying taxes. Those roads will get fixed.
I don't see the church paying no taxes. I guess we have
Exactly.
I guess we have way more in common than I thought we would, Missy.
Don't come, Missy.
My apologies.
The church needs money for
Roll for
jazz
initiative.
lessons.
Called her Missy. Roll for initiative.
I also hate that statue, and have had strange experiences with it. Did Victor ever mention why he was so adamant about bringing that thing down?
Just said he didn't like the way it felt, the way it looked at him.
Interesting. Well, I appreciate everything that you've shared with us. I again have one more question. I would just like to know how y'all met, and what kind of stuff you guys did while you were down here. We're trying to gauge what Victor's purpose might have been down here to better understand where he might have gone next when he went missing.
I kicked his ass.
Right.
He was following me around. He was following me around one night. Got a little too close. So I wheeled around, gave him one right across the jaw, laid him out flat.
Whew, I bet that
Woke
was
up 10 minutes later, and after that, we started asking what the fuck he wanted with me, how he knew where I was, why he was following me, and things just kind of went on from there.
Well, I very much appreciate that you didn't knock me the fuck out when we first met.
You did kind of land on your butt.
Well, I'm going to look towards Jonesy and Isaac to see if they have any ideas on what else to pry this lady for. I mean, I feel like she's given us some information, but maybe there's more there. And I've kind of stayed away from talking about the supernatural element surrounding her. So I'll let somebody else go into that if they want.
Yeah, I'm Jonesy's too afraid of her to do anything there. So that's not going to happen. But I did take mental note of the idea that they definitely didn't care for the statue. But the second time we went back to the the church, the statue didn't have the same vibe anymore. So I was like, that's weird. So thinking that she wanted to destroy the thing and put a chain around it and drag it through the streets. and use taxes to fix the streets. But she had a whole plan. But with that in mind, I would have thought that the statue wouldn't have lost the vibes. So I'm a little confused with that.
Maybe the statue got tired after it transported me to another.
Had to recharge.
It probably does take a lot of spiritual energy to transport a living being from one realm to another. I mean, traditionally, the only way that happens is when somebody,
Yeah.
Did you ask her the last time she saw him?
Yeah, she said that. She said the last time that she talked to him at all, he sent her a text saying that he was going to El Taco Taco, I think is what it was.
Yes.
And that was it.
I was gonna say I can't remember. Did the date of that text match when the watch stopped doing stuff?
Yeah,
was it the
that
same
was
day?
what
Yes.
she noticed. Yeah, she
Okay.
noticed that.
I thought
that
so. I
day.
just couldn't remember if that was said. So okay, so that is definitely the day he went missing then, because they had been getting along. He was supposed to be showing up for lunch, and he's gone at that point, same day, and the watch had the warning messages from then too. So yeah, a little more info.
Do you know where he was staying? Like where he was sleeping?
That's a damn good question, Randy.
No,
I don't know. I haven't thought of that before.
I didn't. He only ever came over to my place. I had no idea where he was staying, actually.
The day in question, you got that text. Did he tell you, was he staying at your place, or did he crash at his or away?
He was wherever the hell he was.
By the way, thanks you.
That was less helpful. He wasn't with me.
Okay. Maybe we could find out where he was staying. We could figure it out.
I can't believe we hadn't even thought of that before, but considering the company's probably paying for the hotel, or it would at least know where he was staying, can we at least just ask the company where was he staying?
We should probably call our management.
You can send an email, yeah.
Jonesy, get on it.
Send in an email. Hey man, like, we've been here for 5 years and we just thought about this. Where was Victor staying? Talk to y'all soon. Send.
Fucking hell. Nico was gonna ask you guys a question, but I forgot what the hell it was. God damn it.
Sorry, my question was so awesome. It made you forget.
No, it's fine. It's all good.
Does my rudeness make my butt look big?
Wow. Her butt looks fine. Well toned.
Very athletic.
Very
That's
athletic.
why she wants to know if the rudeness makes it look big. Self-conscious, all right?
And Jonesy would say, no, but your aura does.
You got some fat ass aura, baby.
How much does your turtleneck make it look like you want to punch me in the face?
I'd say it's less the turtleneck and more the face above it.
Heyo.
Well, thanks, Mom.
It feels like home again. Mom wants to punch him in the face.
God damn.
Now I tell you the horse's name was Mom.
She, as you all are thinking over the information and kind of trying to figure out if there's anything else you need to ask her, she does pipe up. What's this storage unit you mentioned? I never heard of this.
Yeah, we lost a note in a drain, a street drain. Probably better not to tell you why, but
This clown grabbed it out of my hand.
But it mentioned a storage unit that that Victor was going to break into. It was covered in soup, as I'm sure you know as much as we know. Victor loved his soup, just as me. We're soup brothers.
Yeah, he did.
And it didn't specifically say that you were going to help him, but it said that he needed to talk to you, if I remember correctly.
Did he tell you he was going by a specific name that other people don't know, other than Victor Cruz? Victor Cruz.
Billy Bass.
He, if he did have a second name, he didn't get the chance to tell it to me.
Yeah,
You remember how I told you he was unconscious for 10 minutes?
Yes.
That's plenty of time to find a wallet.
No fake ID with a fake name.
The one I saw had Victor Cruz on it.
Well, it's probably for the best. You wouldn't have believed him anyways. He was known around the office for having terrible cereal-based nicknames, like
Such
Captain
as...
Crunch,
He once went by Tony
Right.
Tiger.
Choco Berry Crunch.
Raisin Bran.
God.
He once went by Lucky Rabbit.
Sugar Frosted Mini Wheats.
Mr. Tricks.
Mr. Trey.
That was a fun one. I read that report. That was crazy.
Silly rabbit.
Dude, he got stuck in the Discovery Zone.
What the fuck kind of job do you all have?
Very important.
We're security guards at a Chuck E. Cheese. It's the only thing that explains everything you've heard so far.
Does it? Does
Yes.
it really?
Have you been to a Chuck E. Cheese recently? Yes. It is
Recently, no.
Everyone at Chuck E. Cheese that works there hates religion and also
Hates religion, massive anarchists,
yeah,
love
It was
puns and bad
real
jokes.
names. And they
Oh,
love
God.
creeping on women in the dead of night, apparently, like Victor.
Okay, I feel like that one's probably hitting a little too close to the head of the nail. Moving on.
You heard it, TaskRabbit. We work at TaskRabbit. Just kidding. But these jobs feel like it.
Look, here's my number, and she pulls out her phone to exchange phone numbers. I'd love to help you find him. I'm pretty sure he's dead by now, but if he's not, I'll help how I can.
Probably stuck in a storage unit. Closing on himself.
Tell us where you buried him. That would help.
I really appreciate that, Nika. Let me put that in your phone, and I put the lips emoji next to her name in my phone.
Nice.
And
You know, in anime where a character will pop up on screen and like their face is covered in shadow, their eyes are gone completely, and it's got like evil like rays behind them. Yeah, it's that. As soon as she sees it,
I'm like, like move my phone away.
Isaac steps back into a corner, hits a light switch, and just does the eye thing on the other side. I'm sorry, is there a problem now?
I gotta apologize, Nico. As much as we take our job seriously, we are a bunch of jokers that just try to have a little bit of fun here and there.
uh-huh.
Oh, you're joking. And turns the light back on.
Surprise! Happy birthday!
I didn't get you anything. Sorry.
Well, cool. You know, we really appreciate all the help, and it seemed like you were relatively close to Victor, and we'll keep in contact. And let you know if we discover anything unusual that you can help us out with, and just keep you updated. We all are hoping that he ain't dead, and we'll let you know if we find him and he ain't.
And if you think of anything else that could possibly help us find him, let us know.
Yeah, of course. This look right, and she holds her phone up to confirm the numbers. You see that she has the number written under the peanut gallery.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right.
Yeah, I also appreciate the joke. I'm not just waving it off.
Uh-huh. You guys stay safe. Keep me updated.
We might not, but we'll try.
We'll do our best.
Not a chance.
And she sees herself out. Door closes behind her. You hear her car starting up. And you hear it pulling out of the parking lot before 3 loud bangs and then a car speeding away.
Oh shit! I ran outside with my gun.
Running outside, you see a man on a motorcycle. Well, kind of half pinned under a motorcycle, clutching his chest.
Oh jeez.
He's clearly injured. He's trying to get out from underneath the motorcycle.
Does he look familiar, like one of the dogs or whatever?
Dogs?
The
Uh,
dogs.
Oh.
The man dogs.
From here you can't tell. It's dark and he's outside of the streetlights range.
Is Nika's car still there? Or is she gone?
She's gone.
I hand my gun to Crawford, who I think is the most next valuable person with a gun, and just like, hold this in case he tries to shoot me. You need help, sir? I start running up to help him.
I'm holding the gun like this because I have one strength.
Don't you make me pretend to use this.
I will throw it when prompted.
You move over to help him, and he very quickly points the gun at you.
Whoa!
And starts shouting at you in Spanish. Does Isaac know Spanish?
As much as I do, which is very Baquito.
Okay. You don't know what he's saying, but you know that he's telling you to back the fuck up.
Oh, sorry. No
we have
problemo. Me no problemo.
I cannot remember if one of you took the language background or not, or language merit or not.
Oh, that it was a merit. Okay. Then I don't.
Nope.
I remember we had to clarify how that specific merit worked
Okay.
during character creation.
I slowly reach and grab my phone. Translation.
Google Translate.
I open up Google Translate. Do you need help? Then I recite it the best I can.
Well, you can have the phone speak it. Just press
Oh, that's
that.
true. I just hit
press
the
that button.
play button.
Let Google mispronounce it instead of you.
My volume is down. Let me turn it again.
He's not pointing the gun at you anymore, but he's not putting it away either. It's still in hand. He's trying to, like, he's clutching his chest with his other hand and trying to drag himself out from under the motorcycle. He's saying more stuff, but you can't quite understand it.
Por favor. I call Ricky.
It rings a few times before Ricky picks up. Hey, so
I'm having a language barrier. My Spanish isn't this good. This guy got shot and is trapped under his bike and is pointing a gun at me, and I just want to help him get help. So could you talk to him to just tell him that I'm trying to help him?
all right, man. First things first. Where's he been shot?
Looks like in the chest.
Like
I can't get
by
close
the
enough.
heart, by the armpit. Like, come on.
So what's it look like exactly? Is it towards the middle? Is it like towards one of the sides?
He's been shot twice in the chest. One is one looks to be where you would assume, like, just off of his heart. The other one looks to be a little closer to his side.
Looks like they just missed the heart and towards his side.
All right, so he's still breathing. He's still able to yell at you.
Yeah, he's trying to get out from underneath to his motorbike, but he's still holding his gun too, and I'm trying to help him. He needs to put down his gun and worry about his wounds right now. he doesn't put pressure on it, he's gonna bleed out.
All right, last thing. Is he wearing a bandana or anything? He's got a specific jacket, belt?
I looked over him and just give a description. The best I can.
Looking over the man, you see he's just dressed jeans, t-shirt, and a vest. On the vest, it has a few words you're
He's got
not
a
able
crown,
to.
a sword. He's got some weird red armor with a dragon on it. Sorry, Joe stepped away.
He's a
for second.
spaceman. He looks like he came from space.
He's wearing a vest. On the back, you can't tell what it says. It's written in another language. The letters are English letters, but you can't. You're not sure what the fuck it
might be Spanish. I can't really tell. It's not English. It's English letters, but Spanish, I think. Maybe.
It also has an emblem that looks to be eagle wings underneath a bulldog.
And some kind of bird. Oh, it's an eagle. You said over a bulldog or under? Under a bulldog.
Oh, hey, you do what you think is right, pal. And Ricky hangs up.
That's what I figured. I'm gonna approach Isaac and hand him his gun.
I think we're gonna let sleeping dogs lie.
As you say this, the man's breathing becomes even more ragged than it was before, as he's coughing up blood. He's still saying something which you can't understand.
Okay, 911, I guess. I'll just...
Man, I do not want to be there if you call the cops.
It's gonna be the same cop that arrested you. Well.
And you have a gun on you? Yeah, I don't.
I don't. I handed it to you.
He handed it back.
Yeah, I gave it back. I said, I don't want this.
All right. Dang it. I start to approach. Is he still kind of like lifting his gun towards me, or is he kind of looking too weak now?
It looks like he's too weak to do much of anything anymore.
All right, Crawford, Jonesy, get the bike off of him. I'm going to keep pressure on him. Try to get him some help if I can.
All right, here we go. My measly one strength, which I'm definitely putting points into. I attempt to right the bike.
Go ahead and give me a strength athletics.
Strength. Where's athletics? Here we go. Ooh, a critical failure.
A dramatic failure.
Ooh. So you sit on the bike.
You attempt to right the bike, and you, in doing so, you realize that it's caught on some part of him, and you see that it looks like a piece of some part of the chassis, or maybe some tank or something, took the third shot.
Oh shit.
And the way the bullet tore the metal, a piece of it has cut into the man's leg. You do get the motorcycle upright, but you've now taken out a bit of flesh on his calf.
I thought you were gonna say like I pick it up like above my head, but I lose my I drop it on
you lose your grip and it falls on you. No. The man screams as this happens, as well as best as he can. The scream quickly turning into a gargle. And coughs up blood one last time.
This isn't gonna. He's not gonna make it. I just kind of step back.
I'm gonna take control of this situation, and I'm gonna act a little strangely here, which might hit my morality points.
Ooh.
I'm going to tell Isaac to search the man. and I'm going to begin wheeling the bike either into our room or like around back of the motel to cover up this murder.
It's definitely going to be easier to get it to the back of the motel.
All right. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm pushing the bike around, and I told Isaac he can do it if he wants to, but I told him like search the guy and see if he had anything important on him.
I was just gonna check the guy. Just at least get some information in case I don't know, in case he can notify family members or something if he hears about them in town or something. I don't know. Just
you search his body, and on his body you find 3 things of interest. 1, an extra magazine for his handgun. 2, his wallet containing his ID, a credit or debit card, and a business card for a local barber. 3rd, his phone. It is locked, but it's biometric lock.
okay.
So are you getting into his phone?
Yeah.
Getting into his phone, you see that it's all pretty standard stuff. His messaging apps, you're able to get into his contacts list, his socials. They're all open to you.
And they're all in Spanish.
It is, however, set to Spanish.
Okay, I'm going to
He
look
has
for the.
He has a to-do list with one thing on it: kill Victor Cruz, and it's checked off.
I'm gonna pull up my my phone and figure out where the setting is for the language change.
Okay. Yep. You are able to get the phone set to English. So like
I am then going
app
to
names, settings, those are all going to be in English. All the socials, those are all translated. The only things that aren't translated at this point are messages themselves.
Yep. I will then also turn off the locking system, and that way it can't lock on us after we dispose of this body or whatever.
Need to cut his finger off.
No.
That's everything of note. You do find also $30 in the wallet, but that's neither here nor there. It's not enough to make your resources go up by 1.
You have to have some morality. You leave the money with him.
What you need to do is you need to take the dollar, make change for the dollar, and whatever coins you made change with, you put them over his eyes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that I was successfully able to get the motorcycle behind the motel.
I'm actually going to take one of his dollars, see if they have a 50-cent pop machine. That way I get 2 quarters back and place them over his eyes.
I love it. That succeeds. Yes, you're able to get the motorcycle into or around back of the motel. Now that you're back here, you see a few things.
3 more motorcycles.
3 more motorcycles. And a very, very weary looking janitor looks to you, says, "First time?" No. So you see a few pallets stacked up off to one side, a couple of trash bags, some trash cans, as well as a large dumpster. You see what looks to be like a service road for like the garbage truck to get back here, or like a technician truck. You see all the breaker boxes for the different units out here. Everything's under lock and key.
All right. I'm gonna come around back to the front. And I'm gonna talk to Isaac, and I'm gonna be like, "Look, man, I don't want to get caught anywhere near this body. With the way that this town acts, I feel like if the wrong person shows up, we're done."
I feel you.
Agree with me?
What do you think we should do?
There's a dumpster out back.
Stick him in the ice machine.
I was gonna say there's a dumpster out back. Was the dumpster full of trash, or was it recently emptied?
I won't say it's recently emptied, but it's definitely not full.
I'd say we throw them in the dumpster out back. just to clear it up. This is obviously, some crazy gang shit that just pulled down. I'm gonna motion to Jonesy to come over and help us with the body if everybody agrees with it. If not, then I'm gonna just drag it myself.
I help him move the body.
Now you say gang shit, but I just got the impression that when Mika left, she shot the dude on the motorcycle and just drove off.
I'm going to take note of what the back of his jacket said before we dispose of him or wrap him up or whatever we're doing before we toss him in.
Okay, you make note of it.
If you can read this, I'm face down in a dumpster. That's what the jacket says.
That's the name of this gang.
What if the name of the gang was El Chupanabra?
El Chupanibres?
Yeah. Chupanibres.
We found it.
Oh God.
But yeah, that would be my preferred course of action. Is I don't want any way that this can come back to us, because we are armed, we're outsiders, and they're just looking to pin us on for something.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, but I'll go along with it for now, man, because I didn't do nothing. I'm just an accessory at this point.
All right. So you get the body out of sight, toss it into that dumpster. Little bit of a heave ho, elbow grease. Between the three of you, it's feasible.
I have a 2 in strength.
I have a question real fast.
What's your question?
When it pertains to the virtues and vices, how do we play to those, and what do they do to help us? Is it to win back morality points or willpower? I can't remember.
Mechanically speaking, all it does is affect your willpower.
Okay.
You engage in your vice to regain 1 willpower, and you can do that once per scene. Or you can engage in your virtue to regain all of your willpower once per session.
Okay.
Your morality score only increases. It requires roleplay efforts to increase your morality score. And when the criteria for that comes into play, you'll then spend experience points to raise it up to its proper value, or to its next value.
Cool. I just wanted to double check.
Yep. Realizing that you have just handled a dead body, three of you decide to go back into the motel room and try and sleep that off.
Gotta make sure the clothes are ironed, though.
Yeah. I imagine Isaac is getting more sick. And
Yeah. Try not to leave any DNA in there.
Does anybody take... What's that?
Actually, no, I'd like to not actually feel sick or anything bad about that. I would like to actually invoke my vice of pride and just act like that was something normal that completely was supposed to happen, and just shrug it off.
Yeah.
It was meant to be in the dumpster. I guess.
Put a post-it on the body. His pants didn't stay dry.
Very moist.
Jesus Christ.
Like everyone I talk to.
How
Dialing up the jet.
How does this engage in prideful behavior?
I'm sorry?
How does just shrugging it off play into being prideful?
So pride is the vice of self-confidence run amok. It is the belief that one's every action is inherently right, even when it should be obvious that it is anything but. A prideful person refuses to back down when his decision or reputation is called into question, even when the evidence is clear that he is in the wrong. His ego does not accept any outcome that suggests fallibility, and he is willing to see others suffer rather than admit that he's wrong. I don't know. I'm just trying to get a point back. So, I don't know. Maybe that doesn't work like that. But yeah.
Well, so the thing is, it's engaging in either is always going to be a use case scenario.
Yeah.
You're always going to have to tell me why I should allow that to go through. Sometimes it may seem a little self-evident. This is not one of those times. So I would like to hear your thoughts on how your pride plays into how you handle this situation.
Isaac normally, even after drinking and everything, would probably feel queasy and regretful for disposing of some body like that normally, but situations are abnormal right now, and he knows that if that body was found and it's outside their motel, they're going to be questioned, and he's just not going to let anything discourage him to just cover up this mess, this body. So he's, I don't know if I'm describing that correctly, but I don't know. He just, even though it's morally wrong, he's going to choose to do it just so that everyone stays in the clear, to try to protect his team.
It sounds to me more like self-deception than pride. You're convincing yourself that it was okay, rather than insisting to everyone else that it's okay, that your choice was the right choice.
Okay, then I'm probably wrong about it, but still.
That's just the way I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would say, like, if when Jonesy said, this is messed up, but I'll go along with it because I'm just an accessory. If, like, Isaac had said, there's nothing wrong with this, everything we're doing is just fine, that would have been a little bit different, I think, right? Because then they'd be sticking up for that decision that you made. But the way you just described it to me sounded like you're making an excuse for the decision rather than sticking up for it.
Well, I would like to use manipulation and intimidation on the party and the DM to try to get this to work.
I can see that happening.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no on that.
Man.
One bit that I would like to add on to Joe's comment in his example specifically with Jonesy saying, "Okay, I'm just along for the ride." That is something where, on its face, you could argue, "Yeah, I'm being slothful."
Yeah,
like
it's being lazy about it. Yeah.
I'm not engaging with this. I'm just going with it because I don't really want to.
Yeah, I do have sloth as a vice, but I haven't really. I play the character that way all the time anyway, so it's like I haven't tried to take advantage of it because I haven't lost any willpower either. So it's
I guess something more prideful would be like refusing to let him die and just trying to I don't know, just continue. Like, I can get the bullets out. I can get more blood into him somehow.
Yeah,
I could see that argument being made.
But I did not do that. So, okay. Fair enough. I understand it more now. Okay.
With that done, you head back into your motel room, go to bed if you can, and finish the 5th day of the investigation.
I pridefully go to sleep.
I was just going to say that Crawford is the whole time is justifying his own actions. We had to do it, man. You guys didn't go to black and white dimension or nothing like that. Right?
you don't know, man. You weren't there.
In the private chat, I did send a text sometime during that said to Ricky, hey, he didn't make it. Wanted to make sure it wasn't one of your boys. Anything you can share as to who they were? And
you do get a response to that. The next morning, you hear your phone go off during your morning routine, and you unlock your phone to find the end of the episode.
Oh,
hey, Ricky had that hidden in there the whole time. Yeah. Have we hit the end of the episode in the hotel room every time? I'm trying to remember if we hit it anywhere else.
There was Isaac getting arrested.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And then last session we found the end of the episode at the bar.
So far, it's half of the episodes have ended.
Okay. For some reason, it was just in my head that the end of the episode was at the hotel.
I wish I had the skill to get you guys back to the motel every session.
A little save room.
So let's go ahead and get XP done.
Hey, if this is our save point, we can revert to the last save, right?
Hey, yeah.
we can get something right. Want to replay that spot and save the biker.
Okay, so experience. First experience point. Everybody gets one. You all showed up. Thank you.
Yay.
Yay!
Oh gosh, darn it.
I didn't think I'd hit 5,000 so fast.
There we go. Second point, learning curve. Who learned what? Joe, would you say that Jonesy learned anything significant today? And please don't take everything. If you say Jonesy learned everything, then these guys don't get XP.
I feel like individual to the character, it was hugely important that Jonesy learned that from Barry, Larry, Teddy, that Mika was definitely the right contact. That whole interaction, to me, that was Jonesy fitting in with the town, learning something very important, even though in reality, it was already established kind of with what Crawford was doing, in my opinion. Jonesy sitting there at the table with this dude, I felt like that was a big aha moment. Like, oh yeah, she's definitely the right one. So it made it so that when she showed up, even though she freaked him out, he still went along with everything.
Okay. I'll go ahead and give you that one. On the note of Jonesy just having a conversation, it never hurts to be friends with a local wino. People see you being friends with the guy that's always at the bar, like, oh yeah, he's good people.
Yeah.
I was just going to add to Jonesy's in that he definitely learned that the strange aura that's in the town is not just the statue or inanimate objects, that it can be attached to a person.
That's a good point too, because she's the strange aura too. Yeah. It's kind of creepy.
Okay. Zeb, what did you feel that Crawford learned?
Crawford definitely led a lot of this conversational based investigation today. He learned as much as he could from Nika, and hopefully gained an ally from it. From what we can tell, we learned some extra information about Victor on where he might have been the day of his appearance and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right. I agree.
Coolio.
Randy, what did Isaac learn?
What didn't Isaac learn? Isaac learned that he cannot handle a 4-way combo punch of alcohol to the gut. He also learned...
On an empty stomach.
Yeah, on an empty stomach. I don't think we ate that day. Oh, no, we ate at that burger place, but that was hours ago.
You had lunch.
He learned that there's more than one gang going around town, so there's more than one association to worry about. There's the whatever we made up for a second ago, the Chupacabra thing. Anyway, and apparently that Nika doesn't get along with them very well. They might be actually hunting her. We got to look into that. I also learned, Isaac also learned that Crawford is got a bad boy whole thing going on with hiding motorbikes and bodies. And yeah, he's not exactly the kind-spirited folk man that he thought he was.
Grew up on a farm.
He's not the kind, gentle soul that the cowboy hat would lead you to believe.
Exactly.
He's the Rick Moranis from the movie Honey, I Hid the Body in the Dumpster.
Honey, I shrunk the members of that gang.
Honey, I escaped the law. But yes, I like these points. They're fun, and I think they work. So go ahead and get the XP for that.
Yay, thank you. I was reaching a little bit.
Third point, role playing. Yep. I moved the rule book. So for role playing, I think everybody here did a good job of portraying their characters, and I think some of the role play was definitely impeded, or rather, there were conversation pieces that weren't expanded on, but it was because everybody was sticking to their guns on the roleplay choices they made. Isaac getting way too drunk, way too fast. Jonesy just being freaked the fuck out. Crawford kind of kowtowing to Nika. Those were all very deliberate choices. You did miss some information because of those choices, but I think that they were all very much in character, and I personally think that it improved the night. So everybody gets the XP for that one.
Yay!
Where did I put?
I'd like to think that some of our stupid actions also got us some info, even though we may have missed some. I'd like to think that we got some too.
Oh yeah, it definitely opened up the floor for some bonus ones.
I was actually expecting Eli to say, "No, actually, you guys didn't get any info. You're all
Turns out
only missed out.
Turns out in the bathroom stall there was a whole for a good time. Come to this address,
right?
T. Cruz
or
whatever.
For a good time, call Nika. Where did I put that notebook? Gosh, diggity darn it! All right. Well,
to learn some freaky shit called T. Cruz.
I don't remember all of my table rule XP. So flying by the seat of my pants.
Bonus point.
Yeah,
random person.
The bonus points. Just cause I want to give just cause to Randy because adios motherfucker right off the bat, and sticking with it was just fucking great.
Yeah,
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Thank you.
And he got sick.
That's a good way to play on the whole Isaac, you sick, we all sick. I'm getting sicker.
Yep. Zeb, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
All right, so Randy, go ahead and get that bonus XP for just cause.
Thank you.
Next one, funniest scene or funniest joke. I know which one I want to propose, but what do y'all have, Joe?
I'm not sure. I have to think about it for a moment. I hadn't thought about that one.
Okay.
I mean, just
Randy,
because we just said it, it was funny when Isaac was getting sick. But yeah.
Randy, what about you? What do you feel was the funniest scene or best joke of the night?
Oh man, there were so many jokes and I can't remember half of them right now. What was the one we were going back and forth about? Joe said something funny, then I said something stupid. That was the whole night, right?
It is. It's pretty much every other sentence.
I'm pretty sure that's just the podcast since you've joined.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true. I don't know. I thought my Usick thing was funny. I hate to toot my own horn, but that was pretty funny.
Zeb?
I got to give it to myself for the Jesus Christ bad musician joke.
Oh, we were talking about the saxophones.
I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah, give it
because we were just talking about the Isaac moment. I had to think about other ones, and yeah, that's it. Jesus was a jazz musician that failed and became a carpenter.
Randy's pun too was also good about the saxophone being too holy.
Too holy.
Yep, I absolutely agree with that one. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah. So go ahead and give yourself the bonus XP for that. And finally, we've got for bonus XP, best scene. Just who portrayed themselves, who achieved the most, who had the most entertaining scene.
I'm going with Crawford covering up the murder.
Okay. Zeb?
To me, it was impactful for sure.
Yeah, I definitely made the decision.
Yeah,
in real life and in character in a split second.
All the best decisions are made like that.
I would go with I would say myself, but myself was really just talking to people in a very cordial way, so I wouldn't say that was the most entertaining thing. I would probably go with Randy being sick the whole time and sticking with it.
Okay.
It was fun to play.
Randy, what's your vote?
I got to give it to Crawford. He roleplayed really good with talking to Nico the whole time while I couldn't chime in anything because I just was like, no, he wouldn't be smart with this at all. He'd just be a moron the whole time. Just made a new friend, Crawford. You two besties now.
All right.
See, I really liked my time with Larry, Barry, Ted, but there wasn't anything too special about it. It was just fun.
You did a really good role.
Yeah.
I'm
It's very
in
fun.
agreement with Joe. I think it should go to Zeb for the exact same reason. I think that scene of everything was probably the most impactful and has the I don't know, the most like going on just underneath the surface. And I find that highly entertaining myself. So I think
I figure it's something you could probably play off of pretty well.
yes, I think it was great, and I think that you should get the bonus XP for that.
Cool.
There was one standard XP here that I missed. It's the heroism point. I think on this one, honestly, I would say the only person that would qualify for it would be Isaac.
Yep. For approaching that guy.
Yeah,
With-
for
Running down like
having
an
a
idiot.
for having a gun thrown in his face and going like, "Whoa, hey, no hablo español, my dude," and still trying to help him.
Yep.
I think I don't feel that Crawford or Jonesy did anything risky enough or put themselves out enough to qualify for that. So Randy, go ahead and get the heroism experience point.
Thank you.
Jonesy rode on the non-heroic side of the fence this time. Everything was just, no, not getting involved. Nope.
I will say your voice
that-
came back quite a bit, by the way. It seems like
It's off
mostly
and on, but yeah, I'm trying to speak less.
That concludes the XP portion, which will bring us to the end of the session tonight, except for two things. Firstly, we have now reached the first checkpoint. Brain milestone. That's the word I'm looking for.
All right.
So off camera, we'll be spending experience points to increase attributes. This is the leveling up portion of this game. Come next session, we'll talk about the changes that have been made to everybody's characters and the rationale behind those changes. But the last thing I want to do for the session is I want Crawford Bartlett to give me a morality roll.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
You were a bad boy.
4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 morality.
In the
Yep.
criminal justice system, there are
Should
3
be just
branches
fine.
of government, one of which hides the bodies. This is his story.
What?
Good.
All right, I'm going to roll 6 and then just 1.
Okay. God
Oh
dang.
my.
Yeah, I got 1,
That
2,
is
3, 4, 5 successes.
5 successes.
That's outrageous.
If anything, I should gain morality for this.
Super moral. It's now acceptable to hide bodies.
No. It
Yeah.
just means he's not.
Kill everybody.
It means he's able to rationalize it and not allow himself to sink into the realms of debauchery. He's Crawford's in a bad situation. He knows it, and right now he needs to prioritize survival. Cops have already made it clear that you can't trust them. So, what else could you do?
So is everybody else in this town.
For sure.
And that'll be all for tonight's session. Thank you all for joining. We can all go ahead and say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.
Adios, motherfucker.